On this day in history, September 17th, 1683, Antoine van Leeuwenhoek writes a letter to the Royal Society describing animalcules, later known as protozoa. Included in the following is an excerpt from the 1944 edition of the Encyclopaedia Britannica, going over the history of protozoology. Protozoa were first discovered in the latter half of the 17th century by A. van Leeuwenhoek, 1632 to 1723, a Dutch amateur naturalist and chamberlain to the Sheriff of Delft. Leeuwenhoek carried on his investigations with magnifying glasses and microscopes he had designed and made himself. A systematic investigation and description of all known protozoa was undertaken for the first time by the Dane O. F. Müller, 1730 to 84. In the 19th century, C. G. Ehrenberg, professor of zoology in Berlin, 1795 to 1876, tried to show that protozoa had an organization similar to that of the higher organisms. This attempt failed because Ehrenberg's scientific opponent, the Frenchman Dujardin, was able to demonstrate the unicellularity, in the essence at least, of the protozoa. The fact that protozoa were unicellular was enunciated by the German zoologists M. Schultz, 1861, and von Siebold. In the era of Darwinism, the protozoa were principally looked at from the point of view of the evolutionary theory. In them were seen the root forms of higher animals. Later on, protozoas were recognized as causers of disease. The first pathogenic protozoa, Nosem bombycis, was discovered by Pasteur. The greatest advance in the study of pathogenic protozoa began with the investigation of the Nagana cattle plague by David Bruce. By showing that this disease was caused by Trypanosoma brucei, he opened a new era of activity in protozoological research, which has carried on to the present day. In this period, the study of the body structure, life cycles, and physiology have equally received attention. Amongst these, the classical researches of the Englishman Ronald Ross and of the Italian B. Grassi deserve special attention, on account of their achievement with malaria. Also the work of German F. Sheldon, 1877 to 1906, on the life cycle of the Coccida and of many other protozoans, especially in regard to cytology.